name is Naomi Odongo, and I'm the Group Head of Learning and Development. Leadership competence development is very key to the business because we believe that when we build the required skills, knowledge and behaviors, then we'll be able to enable our teams to actualize the company vision, mission, and strategic direction. And also by building these leadership competencies, we'll be able to enable our teams to drive superior performance within the business. We define a SAFA leader as one that thinks and acts strategically. A SAFA leader is also one that gets results through self and others. And also a SAFA leader is one that builds organization capability. We also say that leadership is not invested on the management roles. Everyone within the SAFA group is a leader. So you are either leading yourself, or you're leading a team, or you're leading a function, or you're leading a business. So in the SAFA group, we believe that everyone is a leader, right? So you're either leading self, or you're leading a team, or you're leading a function, or you're leading the business. And then we've also gone ahead to define what are those leadership competencies that you need to demonstrate in order to effectively drive superior performance within the business. And we have grouped those leadership competencies into 3 pillars. And in the first pillar, we say that a SAFA leader needs to think and act strategically. A SAFA leader needs to get results through self and others. And then a SAFA leader needs to build organization capability. Now, because competencies are universal, we've now also identified what are those behaviors within those pillars that we need our teams to demonstrate to again drive superior performance, because everything centers around that. It centers around enabling us as a business to actualize our vision, our mission, and also our strategic objectives. And so we have identified 12 competencies that are seated within these 3 pillars, that are spread across these 3 pillars. Now, again, when we look at leadership and looking at those competencies, we ask ourselves, so if I am an individual contributor, how am I expected to demonstrate that I'm thinking and acting strategically? And so we have what we call competence proficiency levels that define if I'm at an individual contributor level, these are the behaviors I need to demonstrate. If I am at a middle management level, these are the behaviors I need to demonstrate. Also at a head of department level and at a business unit level. Apart from us saying that you need to demonstrate these competencies, we've also gone ahead and built leadership development programs that now we're using to equip our teams with these leadership development competencies. Now, the first one that we have that helps us to build self-leadership skills that are needed at an individual contributor level. We call that, we have a program called Personal Effectiveness, and that is currently being availed through our Perceptual Learning Management System. Now, the second program we have is Team Leader Development Program, which we also availing through the Perceptual Learning Management System. And this program is targeted to middle management teams, right? And all these programs, you're saying, if you do them diligently, then you'll be able to acquire the required leadership competencies that will enable you as an employee to drive superior performance. At head of department level, we now have a program called the Bulletproof Manager. Now, this program will enable the teams at that level to be able to demonstrate the leadership competencies that will enable them to effectively lead their functions. And so that's where the Bulletproof program comes in. And then at the executive level, we have executive development programs like what we have. We have partnerships with the Strathmore University in Nairobi, Kenya, and we also have a partnership with Gibbs and Harvard that provide us with programs at an executive level that will enable the team seated at that level to be able to drive or to demonstrate the competencies they need to effectively lead a business. So that is how we have mapped and broken up our leadership development program. And so what we're saying, that when our teams embrace these programs, when we equip them with these programs, then they will achieve the SAFAL leadership competencies that will enable them to drive superior performance within the business. I like to say that we have a defined leadership competence framework for the business. And apart from having that competency framework, we also have now defined leadership development programs that are cutting across all levels within the business to equip the teams with the relevant competencies that they need in order to drive superior performance. But we are not leaving it at that. We have also built an assessment tool that we are going to use to assess our teams after they have gone through these programs. We will use this assessment tool that has already been built on Sage, and we will use it to assess our teams against those competencies to determine whether they are effectively demonstrating them on the job. So it's not just a matter of saying these are the competencies, these are the programs, go through the programs, but we will also assess. Why is assessment important? Assessment will enable us to determine whether the programs that we have injected have effectively enabled us to build the much needed competencies that helps us to define the SAFAL leader. And then apart from that, through that assessment process, we'll also be able to determine what are the gaps, if at all there are any gaps. And then out of the gaps that we will have collated, then we will build additional learning solutions that will support our teams. So all this process is centered around the employee. The employee is the most important person in this process because we believe if we support the employee effectively, if we build the required competencies, if we assess them and give them feedback and continuously support them, then they should be able to help us as a business to achieve our strategic objectives. They will also be able to actualize the company vision, the company's mission, and they will drive superior performance. And once they do that, we'll be a happy organization, we'll be a profitable organization, and we will also have achieved our mandate as a business. I highly encourage all our teams, everyone that has been nominated to these programs, engage with the programs, invest time in learning, in driving your own self-development, because we are building you to be a leader within the organization. So embrace these programs, make time for them, and also be willing now to also participate in the assessment, to also get feedback on whether you're effectively demonstrating those behaviors or those leadership competencies that we're investing in developing you. But apart from that, after learning, demonstrate those competencies, because that is our winning formula. If you demonstrate those competencies, they will impact positively on your performance and we will achieve our overall objective as a business.